Hey YouTube, Everyman Prepping here. Today we're going to talk about gold and silver. First, I'm not a financial advisor, not a financial planner. This is not financial advice, just an Everyman prepper giving opinions on precious metals based on what I think the everyman should know. So let's go to the article really quick here. So we see that the Russian gold standard, Russia might be coming up with its own gold standard. You know, they were kicked out of the LBMA, which is the London Bullion Market Association, not being able to export or market their gold on the international market. So just like when they were kicked out of SWIFT, they came up with their own bank-to-bank communication system. So now they're going to come up with their own gold market. So let's read about it. So it says, one more step in a new world order. Now this isn't the new world order with the elites, what we think of. This is a new world order pertaining to gold, precious metals selling, which I think will also affect silver. So it says, Russia announced a proposal to create a new international standard for trading in precious metals, the Moscow World Standard, MWS. The goal of the MWS becoming an alternative to the LBMA, which I just mentioned is the London Bullion Market Association, where a lot of the gold is traded. And it said here that in March, the LBMA suspended the accreditation of Russian precious metal refiners, meaning they couldn't sell on their market. Gold is Russia's largest non-energy export. And basically, this by getting kicked out of the LBMA, this shuts Russia out of the formal international market for gold and silver. So necessity is the mother of invention. They got kicked out, so they're going to come up with their own solution. The mounting sections have expedited Russia's and other countries, such as China and Saudi Arabia's desire to de-dollarize and create a system that does not rely on the West, basically. I mentioned this before in many videos that Russia is trying to get China, and they're trying to invite Saudi Arabia and other countries to join BRICS to come up with a reserve currency to basically destroy the West and the US dollar. It says here, the proposed Moscow World Standard would be a specialized international brokerage headquartered in Moscow. Why not, of course? It says, under the MWS system, the price of precious metals is fixed, either at the national level in each key member's country's own currency or at an aggregate level. This is why a new currency, such as a BRICS currency, being proposed at the BRICS conference, was being held in June. So they could price, the price of gold is going to be in each country's own currency, or it'll be in this new reserve currency that BRICS is coming to form, which, like I've said before, will destroy the dollar. It says, the matter of creating the international reserve currency based on a basket of currencies, our countries are under review. This is from Putin. We are ready to openly work with all fair partners. You see, he has fair partners. Putin doesn't see the West as being a fair partner. He sees them as trying to wield the heavy hand and make everybody do what they want. And then you can see down here it says, since the US dollar is the reserve currency, which it still is even though it's dying, gold is generally quoted in US dollars. Additionally, in US dollars terms, gold is actually down year to date, which we know, so is silver for that matter. It says, however, if you're looking at gold in terms of other currencies, it paints a different picture. If you look at this chart, what they did is back in December 31st of last year, or January 1st, they reset the value of gold to 100 based on everybody's currency. And then they tracked it through August of this year. And it shows that gold's performance in a year-to-date in terms of major currencies, the US is down, every other currency is up, meaning it's stronger than the US currency. And we have, you know, the Chinese currency, Australian, even the euro, the Japanese yen, the British pound, all of them are higher. The biggest one is the green line up here is the Japanese yen. So gold valued in any other country's currency is worth more than the US. So that basically shows the weakness of the dollar. Even though you're going to say, well, the Dixie is really strong. Well, the Dixie is the US dollar compared to a basket of horrible currencies, basically, that are weaker than it is. But when you turn it into a gold, but it's on a gold standard, we are the weakest currency and almost everybody else is better. So how is this good or bad for us? Well, as we know from JP Morgan's recent trial, that they had some traders that were convicted of manipulating the gold market. The LBMA is highly manipulated. Silver is super manipulated. It's probably the most manipulated metal out there. If another organization set up, even by Russia, can put pressure on them to either come clean or destroy those exchanges, it'll be good for precious metals. If the precious metal current exchanges will die or go under, the COMEX, the LBMA, if they would die, we'd finally have freely traded metals. And then you'll see the price of gold and silver skyrocket. So take this opportunity now. Like I said, not financial advice, not precious metal advice, but just an opinion based on my own thoughts is take this time now. We don't like when silver and gold are down. We get really depressed. Oh, I bought 2 or 3 months ago, my silver is down. Well, take this opportunity, dollar cost average, and buy more. I would load up now if I had extra fiat money sitting in the bank and I finished my water, my food, my medical, if I got my kinetic weapons and the ammunition for it, if I have all that taken care of and I have some spare money that I don't want to keep in the bank, I would get some precious metals, whether it's silver or gold. I like silver. Do whatever you like. If you get it now and you wait out this recession, every depression, gold and silver lag, and then they shoot up. Especially with these heavily manipulated markets, if they finally die, you're going to really see the value of silver explode. But always remember, if you got to hold it. If you don't hold the silver or the gold in your hands, it's not really yours. Don't buy paper. If you vault it, make sure that vault is within driving distance, that you can get to that vault. If it's vaulted in Switzerland, doesn't matter. It can be confiscated. It can be lost. You got to hold your precious metals. So everybody out there, if you have a chance, grab yourself some cheap precious metals right now. Most likely they're going to be worth a lot more later. And for those of you that say, well, you can't eat silver, you can't eat gold, what's good is for me? It's not for that. It's for after the crash, to retain your wealth. When you start building back for bartering, you're going to be able to start your wealth again if you have it stored in these precious metals. Until next time, keep your ear to the ground and head on a swivel.